Good evening. It's me, Angie. Hi there. I am from Learn Love Hero here on The Spiritual View. I'm one of 7 awesome readers that bring you content daily here every day of the week. You get a different one of us hosts that will be bringing you the daily message. In addition to that, on Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and Fridays at 6 p.m. We do live cohorts together, and we shoot the ish and talk about the astrology and the energies that we're experiencing, and then about halfway through we pull cards for the members that are there with us, and you get a chance to have your own little mini reading there every Monday and Friday. So I do hope you'll join us. This Friday, by the way, we are pulling the winner for the one-on-one free reading with one of us 7. So do be sure to go back to last month's episode on the 20th of December and comment. You still have time to leave a comment there if you have not yet already. That is how you sign up to win the free reading. Hope to see you there. Hello, hello. How are you? Timing is good. You are so right, Judy. That's amazing. And guess what else is amazing? I wrote today on my Angi-Notes that are attached in the description box below, the month of magic. And all I did was split the deck because I was getting ready to pre-shuffle. And there we have this energy of the creatrix, which in this deck is the energy of the magician. And see how there's like these effervescent bubbles there swirling around her, all using the emotions of the energy, adding that with the bubbles of the air. She is forming a triangle with her hands, and that is pointing upward, which would be the masculine energy of the sword. And then right above her hands is a pyramid pointing down, which is the energy, the divine feminine. So like the cups energy. Okay. So I love it in this deck. Again, it's called the creatrix. So we are totally creating something new for ourselves. We're still in manifestation mode. I hope you did take the time to plant your seeds. So a little different way. I wanted to try something here today. I'm going to be looking for the Hanged Man and the Empress energy of today. So today is January 2nd, 2024. Add those digits together, we do get a 12 energy of the Hanged Man. 1 plus 2 is a 3 of the Empress. So I'm going to be looking for those cards, and I just want to pause there when we do. Here is the Empress then, 1, 2, 3, 4. The Empress is underneath the 4 of Wands, so collaboration, celebration energy. Right next to her is the King of Pentacles. And then, funny enough, right above him is my Huzzah, I have arrived 9 of Pentacles card, which is the lower octave energy of the Empress. So a King of Pentacles, Taurus energy could come into play here. Now that is an Empress energy that is represented by the planet of Venus, and that represents the signs of Taurus right here, and also of Libra. So very, very interesting here. 9 of Pentacles would be mutable, so that would be Virgo. And then we have the cardinal fire here of Aries with that 4 of Wands. Equivalent action within any kind of partnership, whatever you label that as. Okay, let's keep going. I want to go until I see that Hanged Man energy and see what's going on with that. I'm just curious to see if they will show up in our reading, because if they do, that's going to hold extra significance of importance there. So let me keep going. There's that Lover's energy moving towards an Ace of Swords. Just to note, 9 of Cups energy to open up that wish fulfillment. Depends on our own solar plexus energy and communicating to ourselves what does make us happy. Okay. And going for that. Still not seeing the Hanged Man yet. Hope I didn't pass it. Could very, oh, no, there she is. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is on pause is a decision between two things. A little bit of willful blindness here. She's holding a magic wand in one hand and a cup in the other. So, air with the swords, and then fire with that wand, and then love or emotions with that cup. Her hands are crossed behind her back. She can at any time reach up and pull down that blindfold. But in addition to that, Two of Swords here, it says pause, pause, pause energy. I'm waiting. Why has fill in the blank forsaken me? This is going, I'm praying, I'm putting my wish in, and I'm putting it there. And see all these hands with the blue ribbons from the heavens trying to show you where this is located. There's some creative energy here as she's hanging from that tree of life and that number 4 position there with her legs. That would be called pigeon. If you were standing up, you'd cross your ankle over your knee. It kind of looks like the number 4. And that's a really good hip flexor, or excuse me, back of the hip stretch. That feels wonderful. But all this pause, okay, so it's kind of waffling back and forth between Two of Pentacles here, where the head is all the way sitting down in the clavicle, not using our voice. Again, willful blindness, not making a decision. I feel like it's time to come out of this hangman's tree here, and we're like, but where do I go once I come out of it? And I'm not sure here. I think you do know where you want to go. You're just kind of not really having done that yet. You know where it is in your mind. Your mind might be trying to talk you out of something, but in the 3D, in the Two of Pentacles, that can be just, I'm just too busy right now to even think about this decision. Okay. And it's definitely a very peculiar card, this Two of Pentacles, because you're like, what is going on here? Where is her neck? Where is her voice? So I don't think you've brought this thought out into voicing form yet. I feel like we have had this enlightenment, and it's here. What you've been asking for is all around you. The signs have been trying to show you and tell you, and I feel like you do see them. You just, maybe you're not trusting this, or you just haven't made that 3D move yet. Okay. You haven't made the 3D move yet. So, very interesting. We'll see where we go. Queen of Pentacles would be in between that Nine of Pentacles and that Empress energy. Those are all staircases up to that energy flow of surrender and allowing in. Are you not allowing in something, allowing in information of your heart there to be expressed with your voice, perhaps? We shall see. How y'all doing? Well, now it's a party. Hello, hello. Miss Judy, Miss Kaylee, Miss Brandy. Hi, 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 guys. Thank you so much. Hey, Ange. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. It's an Angie party because we have Angie C, Angie B, and Angi O. Gotta love that. It's an Angie party. I'm betting that you girls, or if you do go by Angie sometimes, let me know if either one of you are and I know E. That would be even more fun. That would be what a strange coincidence. All right, guys, let's see where we go. So, y'all will have to remember what was there in that pre shuffle and the surface level energy there, or as I like to say, the crispy part of the onion, the energy. I like to kind of pick it apart in layers. Boy. Sevens, and I didn't write it down. I knew I should have. I just kept seeing the number 7 in my mind's eye. And once someday I'm going to record me writing my Angi-Notes, because um, that way you can kind of see the flow of how that comes about. But what ended up happening when I started talking about Venus moving into Pisces, and that's just within. I was trying to get as closest to the time as I could here tonight. Wherever you are in the world, it's about 2.5 hours away from that literal shift into the next sign. So, fellow water sign here with the chariot energy, this is yin and yang. This is head and heart aligning because the soul drives the chariot. And it is the 7 card. As I was writing those first 5 degrees of the Pisces Sabian lesson, it's all about harmonization. So, Venus harmonizing and Pisces. Venus is exalted, or she loves the house. She loves sitting in the energy of Pisces. That's like her homegirls and her homeboys place. Okay. She feels welcome there. And as I was getting through to that 5th part, the 5th degree really sums up the first 4. And it says, in other words, so of course, I think I shouldn't say, of course, because maybe you don't know Frank Sinatra. I shouldn't assume that, depending on where you are in the world and your age. But in other words, I love you. And we were seeing that hesitation there with the 2s. Today's energy on astrology answers of the day was the 2 of Cups. So, what you want wants you. And when you are in balance, that's when that 2nd cup can be presented. So, the theme of our energy here today is movement. And that normally on a 7-day, which would be next, I think I wrote the 7-day, I did, what the moon landing, because in other words, I kept going down that rabbit hole. And the song Fly Me to the Moon was actually written and sung in 1954, a 10. But then in 1964, a 20-year or a 20, which would be a 2-year, Frank Sinatra's version came out, and it was played both in the 10th Apollo mission that orbited the moon and the 11th Apollo mission, which was when it landed on 7/20/1969. If that's anybody's birthday, please put it in the comments there or in our little chat. Now, when you add up the digits of 7 plus 20 plus 1969, we get 52. 5 plus 2 is a 7. And here we are with our 7 theme of our reading. You're like, boy, Angie, did you really have to go all the way around the moon to get to there? Well, yes, we did. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. And today, oh, it is Miss Al. Please tell her happy birthday. Oh, the 12th birthday. And it's a 12-day. It's an Empress day. So she gets to be an Empress for today. That's amazing. Please tell her I said happy birthday. Okay, guys. You guys are coming out. There it is, the King of Pentacles. That's what we saw there coming up with the energy of the 9 of Pentacles and the Empress. He was here in the bottom corner with the 9 of Pentacles and the Empress here in the corner. And speaking of aligning head and heart, this is the King and Queen of Cups on this Lover's card. So Gemini energy, and this is revealing here on the feminine energy of the yin, her esoteric knowledge, how she divines using the phases of the moon. And then this is the divine masculine energy. He is in alignment of his head and heart. That's the only way either figure can drive the chariot. Okay. They have to be aligned first, 6, before their soul chariot can be activated, Merkaba energy. And wow. Okay. So here is the divine masculine, or our yang energy, revealing what has been hidden underneath his vest, or what he's kept close to his vest here the whole time. And we've got, again, Taurus, Gemini, and then the 4 of Cups is the opportunity. So if in the past something surrounding abundance, if we feel like our abundance was stripped from us, if you can see there, the sides of her arm and her thigh there kind of just sliced open, she is holding a ceramic head that is holding the same tools that the fates hold, the three sisters of the fates hold: the scissors, the measuring tape, and the string. And this is an energy of not being very happy with where our cups have been thus far, or currently. This could simply be, I'm working on my abundance, or I have everything I already need in the 3D, except I'm waiting on this love. Where is it? And we did see that 5 of Pentacles going, where is it? Where is it? And the universe is going, here are these blue ribbons they're trying to show you. And here's the cup that the heavens are trying to offer you, but we ain't seen it quite yet. We're not seeing it. Either we are not seeing it, or we are willfully blind to it, or we don't want to choose it. We're afraid. Okay, it must be that. I'm getting my little air squeezy there. We might be afraid to choose this lover situation here, because that does reflect choice. Okay, let's keep going. Opportunity 4 of Cups would be to see that Ace of Cups. In the recent past, you're coming up as Queen of Cups, which does tell me your heart's cup is full. And then when our own heart's cup is full, the intuition comes online. Cancerian energy coming in strong here. We do have the full moon in Cancer coming up mid-month. Okay, and so I feel like what's coming up on offer here with this choice is a new cup maybe we weren't expecting, or we just didn't see coming, or we did see, we just wanted to be blind to it because we weren't in the mood yet for it. Like, I cannot deal with that. I'm still dealing with some hurt. My wounds are not quite all the way healed or even sewn up yet. I was just fixing to sew them up. That's why I have all these tools here. And I can tell you here, when you are done sewing up these wounds, maybe even from a current choice that you are making now, here comes that new Ace of Cups in pretty quickly. What is the heart of the reading? King of Wands. There could be a decision between two people if this is not two um, two jobs, two situations. Okay, we've got King of Pentacles as a feminine energy of Venus, as I was saying. King of Wands, fire energy. Now that would be Aries is the Mars energy there. So that's about as close as we're going to get to yin and yang, as well as this energy showing here. So this may very well you just being balanced in your comfort level, and you're going, yeah, but I have everything I need except this love component, and it's here and it's ready. But are you ready to surrender and receive it as the Empress would? The King of Wands, he's on stage here. This is a very confident energy. So I feel like this is all around being confident in the choice that you have here in front of you about this situation. Okay. And then there's that third too, as far as choice energy, and on top of the choice of the lovers. So this is coming up here in the near future, a choice of action. So that's why we want this heart of the reading here. We want to feel very confident, like the King of Wands would, as we march toward this choice. Now, this is a really interesting card here, because in the mirror she's looking at all of her past decisions that she's made, and she's kind of in this drab dress. Okay, there's no color in the life of that. And then if she makes this new choice, okay, she is embodying the rose. She is the rose. Her feet are actually the stems of the rose. And then you see the leaves coming off of the rose of her hat. They're right underneath that hat. There are 2 birds perched on the leaf of this rose. And it's like, okay, if you make this choice with confidence to do something different, not what we've always done. This is the different choice. Notice the 2 red dresses. Okay. This is requiring a different choice than we've made before. Okay. Let's see what the block is. Five of Wands, jealousy, strife, and competition. Oh, it's going to cause too much problem. I'm not going to say anything. Her head was missing. Her body was missing the neck. It was sitting clear down in her clavicle. Her mouth was closed. I don't want to cause a ruckus. I don't want to cause a problem. This could even be some self-sabotage. We do again, we're seeing that energy here, very balanced in masculine and divine energy here so far. The block could be feeling like my happiness might backstab, or I might feel like it's going to hurt somebody else. And that's what's kept us from making this choice. Maybe that's why we're being willfully blind to it, because perhaps we don't want to feel like the bad guy here for following our happiness. And I feel like that's patterning. Why wouldn't, as long as the decision is for the best and highest good of all the people involved, it's not backstabbing anything. It's not hurting anyone. Not following our own heart's cup and what our intuition is telling us that will bring about this wealth and abundant feeling here of this Venus energy. That's backstabbing ourselves. Okay. That's the willful blindness of, I had a choice, but I didn't shoot my shot. I didn't take it. Okay. So the fives are a very fast moving energy. It's minor arcana. Let's see what spirit wants us to know here. Eight of Wands, again, much like the Five of Pentacles, this is spirit in this card pulling you upward towards your transformation of that red and black butterfly wings. You're already out of the cocoon, and it's kind of like I'm just sitting there perched, not flying away yet from that chrysalis that's drying up as we speak every single minute. Now, normally in the Eight of Wands, most decks feature those wands hurtling down towards the water, towards emotion. This is spiritual energy pulling you up, okay, up into this Pisces energy. That's the house of the soul's journey. That's very, very spiritual. And over again, it's like your guides are like, I'm trying to show you, I'm sending all the signs, Ange, they ain't listening, or either that, or we don't want to, or we have this fear that it's going to cause too much trouble. Why do we think our own happiness is not worth causing trouble? Where does that stem from? Where does that originate? Now, with Capricorn, the sun moving into the new degree of 13 Cappy here, it's a fire worshiper resonating with enduring values. So if we have this fire, okay, does it necessarily have to harm? Can we use it for light to bring light to the situation of our heart here? Fly me to the moon. Cancerian energy, her head is actually the moon here. Wow. Okay. So it's a crescent waning. So in the recent past, this could have been something that was enacted from your heart just before we hit that new moon in Capricorn, where we've made our wish, where we planted the seed of our manifestation. And it's like, okay, now we've got to own it. Now we have to take actionable steps and be very steadfast towards even the littlest step. Help show the universe that you're serious about that manifestation. And then we have to physically make a different choice than we have before in order to heal this old wound. I feel like this is what is really healing this dissatisfaction of the heart. Okay, what is the outcome here of doing that? New leap of faith, baby. Fool's energy. And this always looks like a dandelion stem to me, with the full moon representing that wish. Okay, blowing that wish out into the world. And she is standing on the top hat of one gentleman, kicking her heels up at the other hats that she has left behind. She's holding a bell, which clears energy. You see people use bells sometimes on their readings, or Tibetan bowls to clear the energy, just like sage, white sage would do. Palo Santo, bringing in the positive. This is you deciding, okay, am I going to stand on this same energy and give this another try, or am I going to move forward with a new, taking a chance on a new energy? Take a chance on me, Abba. But the other ones in the past that are underneath that kicked up foot there, they're not a consideration. So I feel like this choice is between something that's happening currently and for a what if. Okay, so maybe this what if, or this offer that's hovering here waiting for you, you have to decide first whether you want to, what you're standing on, to move forward and stand that ground, or do you want to move forward into something new? Okay, this new cup may present itself, like I was saying here, with that full moon in Cancer mid-month coming up. King of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Fool. Are you going to step into something new? Are you going to work on healing what you got? Okay. Don't know what you got till it's gone. That could even be somebody else being willfully blind in our energy. If you feel like you, I mean, I'm reading for you all, so you are in this abundance. What you have enough. You have enough knowledge to move forward. Your intuition has been guiding you towards this action all along. Like, it's like, I know this choice is coming. I feel like this is something you know has been coming, and really it's just been waiting on you to get that yin and yang to agree, that head and heart to both agree. This is like the cosmos are opening up. The universe is ripping open, and in charges this chariot. And I wrote down, that's the 7 day is Monday. What's landing on Monday? And that could be, is someone coming to you and saying, in other words, I love you, or is this your alignment and you're off to the races? I wrote about that today in my post. Um, wow, you'll have to let me know. We'll have to check back in. Mark your calendar for Monday, though, for sure. Let me see if we can get any more here to extend. Yeah, this is something already you've been already manifesting. So this is an ever turning dream that has been churning there in that music box of her head. Okay, this is something that has been turning and has not ever faded, ever faded. And then I just heard fated, the two different contexts of that word. She is wearing a green belt that is all four-leaf clovers there. So whatever these seeds that have been planted are that we are manifesting, I feel, again, I feel like this is something, this is not just this new wish here, these new seeds we're planting. This has been an ever turning dream that is finally about ready to come to fruition here, but it's going to require your faith to leap toward it, and a firm decision about what action you're going to take. Okay, what is bookending here is the Page of Swords and the Fool. Very young energies. We don't know when we leap, right? Whether or not that new situation, new person, new whatever, fill in the blank, whether that's going to work out until we try. Okay, there are gargoyles either side of her that are protecting her on this journey. And Page of Swords, we've been seeing that character pop up in so many different readings in this deck. And maybe you feel like this leap would leave you on an island learning something all new, and you're trying to kind of hear what messages are coming in, and spirit's going, we already done told you, we've been sending you signs and signals, we've been sending you synchronicities that this leap, this choice is coming. It's something that you've been cranking this out for a long time. Think how long it takes for crops once you plant the seed to come up to fruition. They're ready to come up here in this outcome. You might feel like you're starting all over again. The Page of Swords is the least learned of all the pages, but it's the most avid learner. They can soak it up. They just want to know all the things. Maybe this can even be a gossiping energy. Maybe you feel like if you leap that people will talk, okay, that people will backstab you. You don't want to feel like people are talking about you behind your back. And to that, once you get hit a certain age, like, who cares? Are they paying your bills? Are they making your heart happy? I'm betting not. So it doesn't really matter what other people say. If you are following your heart and you've aligned that to your head and you've made this conscious choice, if it's for the best and highest good of all involved, spirit's going, come on already, come on. It doesn't feel like this is a bad choice. This is all in your head of all the problems it's going to cause. Well, if there are any problems, they're fast and quickly resolved. Five of Wands is just, it's their, five matchsticks. Who cares? It might light you up a little bit, but when we are operating from a higher place of our consciousness, we understand that other people's opinions do not matter as much as our own. What we think of ourselves matters more. Okay. Do we want to please others and just be in this this life that's kind of like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Do we want to live in the world of fine, or do we want to live in the world of, I've arrived? It's fabulous. Do you want to be fabulous or fine? Up to you. Okay. And this is going to require, the Knight of Wands is brave. He's the bravest knight because he just goes, right? Whatever lights him on fire, I see it, I want it, it's mine, I go. Fast energy. Okay. If this lights your heart on fire, who gives a you know what? Don't care. Don't have time for it. If they're not involved in your life, let them say what they're going to say. It doesn't matter. It's whatever they have to say about your happiness is only an indicator of where their own happiness is within themselves. Right? I know. It's hard. Queen of Pentacles, baby. Outcome energy. If you take to sleep, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and it's supported by Jupiter here. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, modern astrology, traditionally by Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance itself, those rabbits. Okay, very, very lucky. I'm saying spirits like, come on already. You don't need to know nothing else. You already know in the past is fine. Where you're standing on right now is fine, but where you leap forward has so much more in store for you. This is two divine couples on the board, guys. The lovers themselves and the King and Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Wow. Let's keep going here. What's been a cabrewing? Why are you waiting? What's been holding you back? I'm afraid I'm gonna get skewered again. I'm afraid I'm gonna get filleted again. Well, you know what? Without great whisk, I'm hunting wabbits. Without great risk, there isn't the great reward. Do we want fine or do we want fabulous? Do we want fine or do we want fabulous? God dang it. What do we think other people are going to say? Who cares? Like I just said, the world. It doesn't matter. It's like, if they have something to say, it's their own immaturity, it's their own lack of knowledge, it's their own lack of research. And again, it's fleeting energy, it's childish energy. What do you care? Who cares? If you could look back at the end of your life and go, I wish I would have taken that chance to just find out, even if it does, skewer us, we're still going to learn something from it. This is still a heavy push from the universe to go, stop telling yourself negative things. Stop thinking you're going to be on an island all alone. Stop fighting yourself on this by just convincing yourself, willful blindness, that your hands are tied. They are not. This is just, it's just a little thing of fear, false evidence appearing real. And thank you to Jen for using that on Tuesday, because that was such a great reading as far as the energies that we've been seeing, or who are kind of getting shoved into the change, because we had that whole 18 months since July 17th of 2023 to be in this energy of independence and sovereignty within committed partnerships. And another flip top head here, much like this head of that's representing all the tools of the Sisters of the Fates. Up top here, we see the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy coming up out of her head. Okay. And this is unity. This is personal unity within self over and over again. Boom, boom. My heart's cup is full. My intuition is on. I've got the King of Pentacles energy. I'm fine right where I am. Fine. But what if it could be so much more exciting? Are you afraid to be on stage? Are you afraid it'll feel too exposing? Are you afraid of your own happiness? That's a thing. It's a thing. And I feel like Spirit is like, just stop. That's old patterning convincing you that you're too afraid to do something new. Doesn't matter what other people say. And I really I feel like this is talking to yourself here, saying why something can't work out or why it can't be. That's that Two of Swords energy. My hands are tied. There's nothing I can do. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. You're already the King of Pentacles. And when we take this leap, we pull even more abundance in. Okay, we saw the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress for Empress energy today. And now here's the King and Queen of Pentacles. I mean, Taurus energy. All I'm missing here is the actual Empress. But I feel like this is where this Queen of Pentacles leads, because she's this one step down. She's the next step to the Empress, but you got to have faith. You got to have faith here. And the time for woe is me, we've done this long enough. This has been turning and turning and turning. Enough. This is Ange talking to you now. Enough. Okay. No more of this. 1 + 0 is 1. Ace of Swords, knowledge. You know what you want. You do. And it's lucky. We see the rabbit. We have the 4-leaf clovers on that 7 of Pentacles. The end of talking yourself out of your own dang happiness, guys. It's time to go. And it's time to move forward. Let's see. I kept saying I didn't even look. And what wanted to pop out here was temperance energy. Okay, this temperance is time. It takes a long time to uncover the pieces of our psyche that are shadowed. And it's like one more little piece, one more step after this, and we feel more whole. This is a soulmate card. Right back here, this soulmate bird is holding a heart, trying to guide you forward. trying to show you there's a cup waiting for you. You've got to pick up that needle and thread. You've got to sew those wounds back up, because this is the only thing in your head that is keeping you from this abundance and this luck. You're teetering on. You got one foot on that hat of today. All you got to do is kick the past and the you know what asterisks, and then step forward into that new. It is going to require a little bit of strategy, okay? Strategy, but that's okay. You have the know-how, you have the fixed energies here, you have the determination. Now we just need to do it. You have to see that so much better is awaiting you. Okay? So much better. It's right there. And then look at underneath that. What are we healing here? What is it taking time to heal? One piece at a time. When we finally put our last piece of our own puzzle in for ourselves, here's the divine masculine energy, our yang, building itself. The yin goes first. She is more complete. Okay. And the bird here, spirit's holding that final puzzle piece going. Now, this is your time to take action. This is your time to be confident in your decision. Be seen. Be seen. Okay. I know a lot of us were raised to be seen and not heard, or heard and not seen, however that saying goes. But no, show yourself. Okay. On the bottom of the deck kept saying, are we is it just fear? And that's what's here, the devil energy. So that is our patterns. Okay. We might feel like this is a huge like, oh, I shouldn't. Why shouldn't you? What are the actual reasons? If they have anything to do with anybody else, that is not a reason. You got to come up with something else. Not an excuse, something else. Because look at Penelope's face. Excuse me, not why did I say Penelope? I don't know. Is anybody here named Penelope? But that's Persephone. And if you can see her face, if you can open up that picture a little bit more, Pluto hot here. I mean, she ain't having a bad time. She is not having a bad time. So when Hades snatches down Persephone, and she's shocked at first and snatches her down by her veil, after that momentary getting her boundaries, she's having a good time. Okay. The other side of that devil energy, the opposing energy that balances this, the situation is here. The fear is just in our head. And this fear has been here for a long dang time, guys. It's been something that churns and turns over and over. It's time to walk towards that sun of happiness, Leo energy. That's what this is all about. Again, the summertime energy, June, July astrology is off the hook. It's a positive for, I did not see anything that would be super, super challenging for any of the signs. Astrologically, it's great for every single sign. And that's all the life areas of our chart. Okay, let's see what's on the other side of fear here. Ace of Wands. Come on, baby, light my fire. Look, that cauldron is a calling. You've already got all the supplies you need behind you. And remember, seeing that Nine of Cups with the key, she's unlocking her solar plexus. That's the energy of today. That's our third chakra. The solar plexus, what will make me happy? You've got to practice allowing happiness in. As weird as that sounds, it might not sound weird to some of us because we've been through it. We've got to allow happiness in. We've got to surrender. We've got to allow people to do for us as we so willingly give and do for them. Okay? It's all fear. This is all in your head. This is exactly what I said. Eight of Swords is the prison of our own mind. And look what's trying to come together here. These two soulmate ships are stuck in the harbor. And she can fly away, guys. She can fly away. The only thing that's covering up her vision in this card are clouds. It's just because you cannot see. We're not always going to be able to see the outcome. Trying to control the outcome, that's never going to get us. That's just going to keep us here and keep us in that willful blindness. This is our thoughts keeping a fear. Like I said down here before we even saw the Eight of Swords, it's keeping these two ships from exposing themselves to each other. Okay. All it is fear. All right. The star energy. So you've been through it. Again, time, just like the temperance energy, the star requires time. It requires little actionable steps. This is not just about hoping. This is Aquarius is the engineer, right? They're the engineer of the zodiac. They make ish happen. This fish is of scales. Imagine trying to swim in the ocean with only scales. So what has she had to do? She's had to get creative here. She affixed a ship to the top of her head so that she could come up just to the surface of the water and let the wind catch the sail to pull her towards her wish. Okay, because it was so hard to swim in whatever we're swimming in. I really feel like it's our own mental limitations here. That's just keeps coming through very loudly. Just being afraid of new, being afraid of different, afraid of the new. I mean, it's a thing. Like even in what is that called when you start like trusting your captor, something syndrome. What is that? That's what this feels like. We've started to believe that, again, fine, it's fine. I don't think that it is fine. This doesn't feel fine to me, guys. Whatever we're currently stepping on, whoever this is for, if you're faced with a choice like literally right now, you're convincing yourself it's fine. And I'm feeling like a little bit of a well of emotion come up. It's not mine. Other than feeling nauseous and not very well for a couple days, happy as Larry. This does not feel fine. I feel like this is something we've convinced ourselves is fine. Okay. We're just afraid to be snatched down into what we really desire. It's not going to overwhelm you or take you over, but what is going to keep you held back is doing what we've always done here. And if we want to stay in fine, then I guess that's fine. But I feel like I mean, you got an opportunity here. This situation can be fabulous, but you've got to choose it. Spirit can only knock on your door so hard, but you've still got free will. Okay, that's still your choice to do. The star energy paired with the Six of Pentacles, we're again more confusion. We're not really sure what's going on here. The Six of Pentacles is a stage card, and we're meant to really dive into the energy of how the artist renders that, because like the Two of Pentacles, it's like, what's going on here? Things aren't as they appear, because it appears that the rich person is giving to the beggars, but the rich person has on like sheer gauze. This is not even an outfit. And then the beggars are dressed very finely, very expensively. So who's zooming who here? Who's zooming who? What is that? Is that 90s? I couldn't tell you. Who's zooming who? Who's zooming who? Are you getting zoomed? Are you having to you affix a ship at the top of your head just so you can swim where you are? How exhausting is that? How much longer can you sustain this? Are you the one that's like begging from the person who has nothing to offer? They're not. You're the fashion maven. She ain't no wearing no clothes. That's gauze. You've got to choose fabulous. You got to understand that you are deserve fabulous. There's our Libra energy. The white balancing the red. Once we hit the white of that intuition coming on from our heart's cup being full, this is why this choice is being presented to you now. It's all about, you know that it's yours. You know that you want it. Are you going to go get it? Or are we going to convince ourselves that we're stuck and we couldn't quite possibly because it would be far too indulgent? I don't think so. The universe is wanting to balance out the energy, guys. And if we don't make that choice, if it's not for the best and highest good of all involved, it's like the universe comes in anyway and gives us that extra little push. But much like the Fool, here's the universe going, are you going to go? This is the Knight of Pentacles. And if you leap, someone else leaps too. If you leap, someone else leaps too. Now, the fact that you leap should not depend on whether or not that other situation is going to leap with you. You still got to go to your heart, towards your heart, because you don't know where that's going to land. Again, we can't have a specific expectation of the outcome. It's like that trust fall. This situation, this opportunity that's being presented here is a lot better than the one we're currently standing on. This luck is awaiting. This abundance is waiting for you. You've been waiting a long dang time. You've been wanting this for so long. The only thing that's kept you back is the pain of losing crops in the past, whatever that was, whatever seeds we planted. Crops don't always turn out, even if we do the same, if we do everything correctly, even if we have the best fertilizer, even if we have the best weather possible. You just can't account for, those extra things. Even if we do everything the same way, there's no way we're ever going to always avoid a 10 of swords. It's because something needs to end so that you can turn it into that ace of knowledge and turn that pain into power. It's here. This is the other person's energy too, becoming enlightened, the opposing energy of the Empress. This masculine energy, or on the other side of this, if this is you and your yin, that's your yang. You can take it that way. You can take it as you listening, and this is the situation or person surrounding you. They're also stepping out of an antiquated way. This is them stepping out of an old life so that they can go towards these same, how I see that dandelion, that wish. You got to go, you go first. Your energy goes first. We want that guarantee, and that's just not the way, it's not the way faith, hope, and trust works, right? We can't go back to not using our voice. It's just like the universe won't have it. It's the end of that. And whatever you're telling yourself, this is like old patterning that we're convincing ourselves of why we can't do something different, or now's not a good time. The universe begs to differ. Okay, let's get some advice for y'all. Let's get some advice. I'm going to go Aries through Pisces. So, thinking of your question, you can pull out your own birth chart, start at the place in your chart that houses Aries. If Dawn has completed a chart for you, she uses whole house. So, that's going to encompass the Aries energy, will take up one whole house. If I have completed a chart for you, that is Placidus. And most of the times, you'll have those different signs hovering or straddling a couple different houses at once. Okay, so keep that in mind. Look up Aries in your chart and look up the life area that is for you. How you guys doing? 33 has been coming up too, and it had to, oh gosh, it's so hard. I know it. Oh my gosh. Well, good for you. I'm so glad you're being brave through that. That is so not easy. Sending you lots of love. Lots of love here. Aries, drifter. It's a 14, which is a 5 of change, the 14 of temperance. Okay, and see that sailboat? Just saying. Experiencing life as it comes. You got to leap into new in order to have new experiences. Okay. Aries part of your chart, maybe that is where you are leaping. That would be, for example, in my 10th house. So that is career and public role. Experiencing life as it comes, just one show at a time, one read at a time. Taurus energy 47, that's an 11 energy of justice, possibility for union, and it's no coincidence that it is sitting on top of the Lover's card. Okay, Taurus energy there, with Taurus showing up as that King of Pentacles. Okay, weird. Coolly weird. Cat or pillar opportunity. I know they are not shiny, but there we go. It's kind of that Alice in Wonderland caterpillar cat energy there. I said you're already done out of your cocoon. It's time to go, guys. It's time to go. It is time to go. All right. So Aries, Taurus, and then we move into Gemini energy, the wailing tree, 59, another 14, reconciliation energy, the Pentacles energy there, the King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, our own tree of life. It's connectedness to all the areas of our life and all of our ancestors, patterns that have come before this. So it feels like reconciling differences here, Gemini, as far as making sure that you are really digging into those puzzle pieces of the psyche so that we can end that kind of energy once and for all. This, again, the bird here, spirit is holding the heart that you may feel has had 3 swords in it. That's the only thing keeping us reconciling pain to turn it into wisdom. Cancer energy, deep diver. No surprise. 10, Wheel of Fortune energy. Also, energy 1 + 0 of the Magician, diving into a task. Leo, 36, which is a 9, our number of the year. Just came out of a Leo year of an 8-year, needing direction. Maybe your heart needs some direction here, Leo. She's holding on to the earth again, much like the Empress energy. A lot of times we'll see that depicted. The earth is her belly, or a character that is carrying. Okay, so meaning of creation, what you're creating, just needing a little direction there in your Leo portion of your chart. Virgo energy, winter's dream, gestation period, 63. Here's a palindrome, 36, 63. Where's Peg? I need to have her look that up for me. Really cool energy. There's a Nautilus there. Have not seen this card yet. And a butterfly there that is on this snail of the chariot that we saw in my new deck, being enjoy the ride. So Virgos, you're in a gestation period here. Maybe you were one of the energies that Jen was talking about, or this is just in this area, life area of your chart where you're getting ready to come out of the cocoon. So if we were delayed in making the decision or making the changes we need to make, just get ready to roll, get ready to move very, very quickly. Okay. In that Virgo area of your chart. Libra, 40, mindful, group think, and another dang tree. Okay. Group think, collaboration energy. There is a beautiful violet colored rose. There is a stopwatch. And it looks like an old school, like swing at the, I was going to say an old school, clothes drying line that look like an umbrella, the ones that turn. And it also looks like the swings like at a park. And there's musical notes there, just giving you symbols and another keyhole right underneath that tree. So the keyhole to your happiness can very well lie within healing this ancestral pattern or whatever it is, this heartbreak that we've been holding and has been turning in our mind for the longest time. Okay, there's also a lighthouse. Group think that's a lot of collaborating, a wisteria bush and some daisies. Scorpio energy. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life. Okay, the courage to step into life. 44 energy, which is in the Colette Baron Reed Animal Spirit deck, is the Black Panther, which is reclaiming your power. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life. Okay, may have to do some deep diving here like Cancer's doing, but Scorpio, you're the deepest divers around. You come with natural scuba gear because that is the 8th house of secrets and just the greatest emotional depth. Sagittarius, the wall, obstacles. 56, come tumbling down the walls. So, obstacles. And it's right here on the landed on this 5 of Wands. This is an obstacle of your mind, Saggy. Look at this is like a little, like it looks kind of like a dark prison, but then there's this one light. Focus on the light. Okay. Focus on the flame and the action and the passion and the excitement, not that something can burn down. Okay, that's not always the case. And that there's a bit of light coming through the wall. It's like pushing one of the bricks aside, getting that obstacle out of the way so that you can see the light. Okay. Capricorn energy, stars in the sky. 51, 6 energy, book ending the lovers over here. Stars in the sky, Capricorn, limitless possibility. We just planted the seeds of our new moon in Capricorn for us to come to fruition this summer. There's a person here on this bridge. It's like, again, maybe we feel like if we've been sitting around and waiting or just kind of haven't moved yet, get ready to move quickly once you make that decision because the possibilities are limitless. Stars in the sky, this dream. I feel like this, and look at the stars in the sky where she's coming out of. The cosmos are ripping themselves open. This timeline is opening up for you. You've got to be able to have the wherewithal to grab it, but you've got to decide. You got to be the one to decide, okay? Do we want to be fine or do we want to be fabulous? Okay, Capricorn, and then Aquarius, root girl, the disowned self. It's a 46 card, so another 10. We saw a 10 here in Cancerian energy, the disowned self, and that's the shadow energy there. Again, digging into the past. So, wherever that is in your chart, what are the roots of the energy or of that life area? So, for example, if I'm a Leo rising, my seventh house is Aquarian energy. And that is usually how you act in relationships, whatever sign or flavor, how you approach relationships. And so for the disowned self, I would to myself think, okay, one to one relationships, seventh house, where have I prioritized other people's happiness? Right, over my own, because there were parts of me that have brought with me that were probably subconscious, that are kind of leading me by the nose in those one-to-one relationships. So what shadow aspect would I then need to own to improve one-to-one relationships? Okay. And Aquarius is the sign that will be experiencing the literally Pluto, the planet of death and transformation, for the next 20 years. So if we haven't done that work, it's come a calling. It's coming to call here. Pisces energy, beautiful. And I'm being brought back over here to Capricorn, the stars in the sky, limitless possibility, because there's a bridge. And here, Pisces energy, the crossing, initiation. Today, Venus moves into Pisces. Okay, about another hour and a half or so, crossing from Aquarius and into Pisces, moving into love, moving into the sign of her exaltation, Venus energy. Boy, is that beautiful. And a 9. 9 here as well, over here at the Virgo energy. Looking for synchronicities here for you. So again, Aries 14, that's a 5. 11 of Taurus, which is a 2. 14 Temperance energy for Gemini, which is a 5 of the Hierophant. 10 Cancer, which is a 1 of the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. Leo 36, which is a 9 Hermit energy. Learning the lesson. I feel like it says lost in space, needing direction. I don't feel like that's the case here, Leo. It's you already done knowed enough. You've already come a long way in that 9. Look at where you've gone right in the past, where you've gone wrong in the past. Use that information again. Virgo, also another 9, so 36, 63 again in that palindrome. A 4 of the Emperor energy with that 40 for Libra, 44 energy of the 8 perfect storm Scorpio, 11 the wall for Sagittarius. The other 11 was at Taurus energy. Sagittarius Capricorn is a 51, which is a 6 of the lovers. Aquarius 46, again another 10, like in Cancerian energy, the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune, and then okay, there's our third 9. I was thinking there was another 9. So Leo, Virgo, Pisces, we are cycling something out here. Something is about to cross over into the new. Okay, bottom of the deck for everyone. Opportunity again, number 4, which is matching up here with this Libra energy of balance, and 44 into going deep, the courage to step into life and go deeper. There's more to life than what you've experienced so far, guys. All right. I just want to pop in and say hi if I missed anybody else. Again, thank you so much. There's Miss Peg. You see that palindrome? Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you being live and co creating this message with me. There's Miss Ruby. Hi, hi. Thanks again. Thank you so much. Rabbits all day. Really, Jonna? I love hearing that. I love it. I love it. Very cool. I know. Fabulous, Brandy, fabulous. Miss Nova, hi dear. Thank you. Thank you guys again so much. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Thank you for taking care of each other. We always say it so much. We really appreciate how you take care of each other, and we just love how you guys your community all of your own and our own. We just love it how you guys all are there for each other. So thank you again so much for that. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so welcome. Thanks for having me. We will catch you tomorrow night at 6 on the Spiritual View. And don't forget to leave that comment on our December 20th episode so that you can be in the drawing to win a free one-to-one reading with one of us fabulous 7 sisters. Okay. Much love from my heart to yours. Bye bye for now.